Hello, welcome to another episode of Funjelah. This is our first episode where you are the guest. We are reading emails sent in from listeners with Maditudes, Gratitudes, and some questions. There are actually some really good questions that I enjoyed. I had a good time. We had a good time with this episode. I definitely want to do this kind of episode again where you guys are the guest and you email us and ask us questions and tell us your things. It was a lot of fun getting to hear your guys' stories. So that was great. Also, don't forget, I'm on tour, the family reunion tour. Go to my website, Anjelah.com. See when I'm coming to a city near you. Get your tickets. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our podcast. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Go leave us some comments. Follow us on social media, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Tell all your friends about the Funjelah podcast that you love so much. And also, you can email and call us. Danielle, tell them the information.
Yes, so give us a call at 747-300-5380. Leave us your name, give us a Maditude, gratitude, or if you have a question, all of the above, need advice, let us know. You can also email us at funjelahpodcast@gmail.com, or you can go to Anjelah's website, and there is a submission form on there as well.
We are so efficient, you guys. We're so good at this. I hope you enjoy this episode where we talk to you guys. Right?
Yeah.
Well,
and
we
each
hear
other
from you guys and talk to each other about you guys.
Good. Is that how you wanted to end the intro?
I don't know.
And here's this episode of emails and fun.
Funjelah. Can you just put me a little bit louder? Testing. Okay.
There you are.
But is that too loud for you, or should I just put my headphones louder? Test.
Do you want
1,
your
2.
headphones louder?
Well, this sounds good, but I didn't know if my microphone is now way louder than yours, or are we even, or?
Well, you can see right here.
Okay. So we're pretty even then.
We're even now.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Great.
They can always turn it down.
Can they?
Maybe.
Listen, I don't understand technology, what can be done and what can't be done. I'm like, they can.
And I like to think that I do. I feel like sometimes I speak too confidently and I just, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And then someone later is going, no.
You want to be blonde? Easy.
Done.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah. That's like that one call we were on the other day, and they went and post-production took out a stray hair for 100 frames.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you could do that in video. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I didn't know you could do that in video. I thought that was just like photos.
They do that all the time with like zits or something.
On TV shows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It takes a lot longer. It takes time and money.
I always wondered,
they can do it.
What do they do when actors have like a big old pimple or something? Like, I know there's makeup, but
Makeup can only go so far.
Yeah, exactly. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we get into it?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we're into it, but let's get into it. Oh, hello?
That was me. I'm trying to get, these chairs aren't the most comfortable, and so I'm trying to get.
Oh. I mean, they're definitely not my chairs in the Nashville studio.
I know, and that's how I want. Also, there's like a lump kind of in the middle. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Kind of poking me a little bit.
Oh, I hate that for you. Should we get new chairs?
Did you not feel it when you were sitting here earlier?
No.
It's like right here.
But I do have less booty than you, so I might not have been touching it.
Okay.
I might not have made it to that portion of the chair.
It feels very in the middle, but okay. Sure. Love this for me.
Have you ever done there's like an exercise move where you sit on your tailbone, right? And you're trying to engage your core. I can never do it because I'm so bony with no meat back there.
I don't know why I'm trying to do it right
anytime
now.
I'm in like a workout class or something and you're sitting and you kind of like lift your feet up, I can't do it because I'm like, I'm going to break my butt.
Mm.
It hurts.
Well, listen, the Lord blesses us in mysterious ways.
Let me tell you. So I'm grateful for Danielle's booty so far in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a great episode. I'm really excited about this one because we opened up the hotline to also be an email. So I'm very excited about this. People have emailed in some gratitudes, some Maditudes, and some questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited to get into it. So my thoughts are, let's get into fan stuff first. And then at the end, if we have time, we can share our own Maditude and gratitude. But I just want to jump right in to some listeners who have sent us in their emails. This is going to be a great listener-based episode. You guys are the guest this episode.
Oh, yes.
I love that.
Yes.
You're our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Fun fact, that's not one of my favorite Disney movies.
Oh. Interesting.
Not even a little bit. It's not even high up on the list.
It is easily, I would say it's a number 2 in my book.
What?
Yes.
Who's number 1 first?
Hercules?
Oh, we're different people. We are. Didn't even know that was a movie. No.
The Muses? Hello?
No.
Danny DeVito?
Honey, no. We're talking Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Aladdin.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mhm.
We're talking The Jungle Book.
Right.
I'm going there.
Yeah.
Hercules?
Yes, Hercules is my number 1. I watch that. That's like one of my comfort movies. Just toss it on in the background.
What year did
Zero
that
to
come out?
hero, just like
What
that.
year did Hercules Disney movie come out?
Hercules.
1997.
Okay, I was 7.
Yeah.
And then Beauty and the Beast. Oh, that came out in 91. I was only 1.
I think I was a little bit older at this point and not
Mhm.
super into Disney movies,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
So
But
maybe
then-
this is for the 40s.
Belle's always been my girl. Are you kidding me? The library, the books, enemies to lovers. I mean, what's not
What
to
year did
love?
Beauty and the Beast come out?
That was 91.
Oh,
I
you even know the year?
No, I literally just Googled it.
Oh, okay. So yeah. And I was born in 82.
But then your favorite is Ariel. I think Ariel was,
Little Mermaid.
or Little
and,
Mermaid was,
Dumbo?
89 was Mermaid.
That's about right.
Dumbo was,
These are prime Disney years.
Dumbo release date.
Under 10.
Dumbo's old. Oh, whoops, I wrote dumb, not Dumbo. Well, 1941 was Dumbo.
Oh. But the newer one.
Well, the newer one.
I mean, like, that was like the original. That was probably like black and white or something.
No, that is the one that you were thinking of.
No.
100% that is the one.
They can do those
This one right
graphics
here.
in 19...
That's the one.
Really?
Yeah. They've been doing that stuff since, I think, 1939 was Snow White. That was the first one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know things. Why am I thinking we're still doing like the silent movies in the 1940s? Just like,
No. You've seen movies that are not silent films that were made in the 30s and 40s.
yeah, I think that's where I'm getting mixed up.
Like,
here.
I think, like, Gone with the Wind or Casablanca or...
Okay, but like animation stuff. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we've
Weird.
had
Okay.
that for a while.
So, I thought animation was like in the past 15 years. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Well,
Digital. It was all hand-drawn animation.
sure. We're on different animation pages.
Mm-hmm.
You stay with your Hercules and Beauty and the Beast. I'm gonna stick with Little Mermaid,
Mm-hmm.
Aladdin, Dumbo, Jungle Book, tops.
I mean, Ursula is probably one of my top favorite characters.
Oh, really?
So there's
Why?
that. Because she's hilarious and she's purple.
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
She's so funny. Poor Unfortunate Souls is top tier song.
Hey, you know what movie I thought was a Disney movie I thought was really good? Can't even remember the name of it now, but it didn't get a lot of action, but the character was very funny. He was like a horse or a zebra or a donkey. Not
Shrek.
not that. No, it was
Madagascar. That's not a Disney movie.
I gotta think of it.
Zebra.
It's some sort of animal who's hilarious.
He talks?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an animated movie, and I remember it was so funny to me.
Is he the main character?
Yeah.
The horse?
I think it's a horse character. And he's like royalty or something. Or I gotta go back. I gotta research this myself, but not in front of people, because the things I'm gonna have to ask Siri to get to what I want.
Oh, yeah. My like Google search. We're good. We don't need to get into that. Of how you have to search for things.
Okay. Let's jump in. Do we have, so you've read these. I have not read these. So you're going to be picking some for me to hear for the first time.
Also, too, I've had 7 more come in just now.
Oh, wow.
I haven't even.
That's great.
We'll
save them for a next episode.
Yeah. And so I have some that have questions, Maditudes, gratitudes. We got them all.
Let's start with a Maditude. Let's do how we typically do. Let's start with a Maditude.
Okay.
And get it out.
Okay. Here is a Maditude from Linda. And she curses. Why the hell does Costco put those darn plastic holders on the Coffee Mate dual pack creamers? I struggle getting a bottle out, and then I break a nail trying to break the seal. There's got to be a better way.
Oh, you're talking about the thing that keeps them together.
Yeah,
like so it's huge, and you grab the plastic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's no way to get them off.
Correct. Because I see they do that sometimes with deodorant. There's like other things too, where they've got that plastic wrap seal, and then you can't.
Wait, are you talking about the plastic wrap seal or the plastic wrap? No, the thick plastic thing that goes over the heads of the thing you pour out, the top, and it goes over this, and you hold the big plastic thing.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what you're talking about.
Okay.
Read it again.
You shop at Costco more than me.
Yeah.
It's the darn plastic holders on the Coffee Mate dual pack creamers.
Yeah, I think that's what she's talking about.
Okay, gotcha.
That makes more sense of why her nails would break.
Oh, sure.
Trying to get that off.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's just the plastic, you just cut it.
Slice it. You're right.
Get a little fork.
You're right. Mm-hmm. I don't
that's
shop at
annoying.
Costco very much, so I don't know that.
Oh, I should put you under my membership.
Ooh,
I should do that. I gave my membership. I have one spot. I gave it to my father-in-law. He never goes.
Oh, I'll go. I'll do it.
Yeah. I gotta see how I get him off.
I just, which means I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't need anything in bulk. I'll be honest.
Sure.
There's nothing I need in bulk, but they do have really good deals on books and clothes, which is fun. Socks. I love socks there. And
there are some things you can get in bulk that would last.
That would last. Like they've got the seasonings and the olive oil and stuff, and I just love to walk the aisles.
I wouldn't do seasonings because you travel too much. They're going to expire by the time you get through it.
Seasonings don't expire. Do they?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Look on every seasoning. There's an expiration date on every seasoning.
No.
Uh-huh.
I have some really old seasonings.
Oh my God.
Like I have like years old seasonings I still use. They all
Is it bad to use a seasoning if it's expired?
They're all dried. I thought that it was the dried good. Like dry beans.
Okay. This says, do spices expire, shelf life, and when to toss them? The fact that we even should toss them is brand new news to you.
I keep all of them until I empty it out.
Dried herbs and spices may last 1 to 4 years, but it depends on the type of spice and how it's processed and stored. Generally, spices will lose their aroma and flavor potency over time. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you're going to die.
Yeah.
It's just you're going to end up using more salt probably because you're like, oh, this doesn't taste weird. This doesn't taste good.
It's like using like ibuprofen after it expires. It loses its potency.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah. But you can still use it. I've asked that to somebody.
Okay, dried herbs, 1 to 3 years.
I legit have herbs, like seasonings that I've had for years and years.
Okay, how to tell whether your spices have gone bad. Dried herbs and spices don't truly expire or go bad in the traditional sense. When a spice is said to have gone bad, it simply means it has lost most of its flavor, potency, and color. All right, so you're not going to die.
Yeah, because I remember...
Oh, that's good.
There was something that I used the other day that I hadn't used in a really long time, and I had to break it up. Like it had hardened together.
Yeah, my tahine does that a lot.
I have one of those too that I've had for a really long time.
Oh,
Big
those
old
ones I
bottle.
throw away when it starts caking like that. I get grossed out.
I have noticed too. I did have a bottle of tahini that did start to discolor.
Oh,
And I did throw that one out. So there's
when it
that.
starts caking, I just get grossed out. I'm like, something got in there.
Time.
Time got
It was
in
just
there.
time. Like,
Okay, what was her name? Linda?
that was Linda.
Linda, I agree with you.
Mhm.
That is a really good Maditude. I'm on board with your anger. I agree with you. There needs to, I'm gonna be okay with them putting the plastic thing on, but give us a way to get it out. Give us a
Like a
clear
little tool.
a clear little. This is where you snap it. This is where you don't break your nail and flick it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Like how sometimes those packages I've had, well, I guess it's more like stuff you got to build that comes with like a little tool.
Oh yeah. No, I don't want tools. I don't want extra tools.
That's true.
Just give me a good way to, like a perforated line.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I love a perforated line. Love those.
I love and Maditude on a perforated line when it's not perforated enough.
Oh.
And then I rip my packaging
And
and I can't close it.
And it's only perforated like for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do the whole thing.
Perforate the whole thing.
Because then I'm just going to get that little piece.
That's
Now I got
right.
a little triangle.
That's right. Now I got to use finger strength to. No, I don't like it.
Okay. More Mads or?
Yeah, give me a couple more.
Alrighty. Okay. Autumn. Her Maditude. This week, my Maditude is that my car got towed for no reason.
For no reason.
Context. I live at an apartment complex where each resident has their own parking spot. Mine is 890. I park here every day. Yesterday, while I was working at home, I got an alert on my phone that my security alarm went off. I ran outside and my car was already gone, so I thought it had been stolen.
Oh.
My roommate and I went down to the leasing office to make sure it wasn't towed, but it had been. There was picture evidence that I was parked in the right spot, but someone had called in that my car was in theirs, even though this wasn't the case.
No.
The leasing office couldn't do anything to help me, so I went down to the
Lies.
towing company and I had to pay the fee. Terrible.
Unreal. I'm livid.
I feel like I wonder if there's a way to find out who it was and be like,
That's what I'm saying.
give me back my money. Like, make them pay for the fee.
Because why? You know that's not your spot.
yes.
Why did you call it in? Does she got enemies in the building maybe? Does somebody not like her? Did
Beef.
she cut somebody off? What if it was like she accidentally cut somebody off, didn't notice, and they're like, I'm going to get her car towed.
I also wonder, at my apartment, we have 2 levels of a parking garage, but they're identical.
Oh, so somebody made a mistake?
So I'm like, I wonder if maybe that was like, do you have 2 levels? Did someone they went into P1 when they should have been in P2 and they went to their spot?
I want to go, this is what I want to do. I want to go back to videotape and I want to see who goes up to her car and is like, what the heck? Or who's trying to drive up to it and be like, somebody's in my spot. I want to go back to see that security tape. Or if they don't have that, I want to see after the car is towed, who comes out to be like, okay, now I can park in my spot. Oh, this wasn't my spot.
Yeah.
I need to do a little bit more
Also,
investigating here.
How was the leasing office not involved? Like, because
They're 100% responsible.
Because at first I feel like I don't know that if someone was in my spot, I wouldn't call a tow. I would immediately call my landlord and be like, hey,
100%.
who's this in my spot?
And you call the tow.
Exactly. Yeah. And that is their job. So the fact that the leasing office is saying they couldn't help her, they should cover, for July rent.
Ooh.
Take out what you've had to pay in the
100%.
fee.
Demand it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That's what they should do. It's totally the leasing's fault.
And even if
Office
they
fault.
didn't, so what you're now telling me is any of us are allowed to call a tow company and just get our neighbors' cars towed just for funsies and not be held responsible?
Yeah.
Unreal. You're going to allow people to just come in and tow? No, you have to approve it. That leasing company had to approve the tow coming in. They don't just come in
No,
and tow.
because who let them in through the garage? There's probably a gated garage or something.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Something fishy.
Yeah, something's not right. Because I remember one time someone parked. Fortunately, I have 2 parking spots. Only one car.
Ooh.
But I park in the middle of them. And, just for fun. And
just to show off to everybody else whose roommates have to park on the
I have
street.
these 2. I have 2. Jealous?
Have you ever thought about renting out one of your parking spots?
I do have to report, like, my car. Like, so that's the thing is my landlord has, like, all of our cars and license plates on file so that he knows who's
Yes.
parking
they should
there.
100% do that.
So I don't know. I guess I could. But
But not to anybody, obviously, to one
Yeah.
of your fellow
I
neighbors.
have had, like, whenever my friends if there's guest spots taken or they can't find a street spot, I have them park in there too.
Okay. But I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe there's a way to make a couple extra bucks.
Maybe. I could also get a roommate. That would also.
But then you have a roommate. If
I
you
know.
don't need it.
That's
Why?
true.
No.
Yeah.
Just one of your neighbors, you see the roommate always has to park on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, how do you feel about $50 a month?
Yeah.
And you can have this spot right here.
Yeah.
There's all your Starbucks.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, stop with your
I'm just saying.
ideas. It's stressing me out. But I remember there was one time I came in and there was somebody in my spot. I could still park because I have the 2 spots, but I was still annoyed. I said, "Who's this?"
Right.
I was like, "These are both my spots." And he was like, "Oh, they're supposed to be." I have like spots, I think 8 and 9, and he's like, "Oh, they're supposed to be in spot 8 down, like on the other." It was the wrong level. They were on the wrong. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I wonder if this person just wasn't paying attention.
Go see your number spot on the other floor and see whose car it was.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she should do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We have really good ideas for you. I hope you're listening.
Do we have a plan of action for you?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm annoyed. No, justice needs to happen in this situation. This apartment building needs
I'm just mad that she had to pay the fee. That's where I'm like, there's got to be a way to get your money back. Because you having to pay for your car, like you were doing everything you were supposed to be doing. You were doing it right.
Yep, somebody's responsible.
The leasing office should. The leasing office should
100%.
absolutely give you your money back, or say take that off of next
apply
month's
it.
rent. Yeah.
All right, let's move on before I get more mad.
Okay. Do you want another Maditude?
Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more. I'm already here. I'm already elevated.
Elevate. Okay. Let's do this. I've got lots, so let's do this one. Hi. My Maditude this week is customer service people who clearly do not want to be working in customer service. It's not my fault that you don't like your job. Lose the attitude when your job is to help me. LOL.
Lose the tude when your job is to help me. Hey, listen, I get it. Sometimes we are stuck in situations we don't want to be in, but I fully agree when you're in a customer service position and this person don't want to help, don't want to service no customer, then it's like, wait, what is this experience we're both having? You hate this, I hate this, you know what I mean? And on the contrary, I love a good customer service person. For example, Manny and I were driving somewhere and he's on Bluetooth talking to, I think it was like the internet people. And the guy, we were like, yeah, we need to cancel this because blah, 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 blah. And he was like doing some extra research and asking Manny follow-up questions. And then Manny started getting frustrated with the guy's follow-up questions because he's like, I just want to cancel it, bro. Like, I think he thought I was getting upsold. Like, just keep it. Just if you do this, you keep it. And then the guy was like, my man, I'm just asking you this question because if you do this and da-da-da-da-da, then you'll save money by doing this. So if you're telling me you're getting this service over here, then you should probably do it like this, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, I'm just trying to, help you out. And he did that by doing a little bit extra research on our account. He's like, because I see you have this, this, and this, so you should try it like this. And he was like, oh, I see what you're saying. So he was like very chill about it because he could tell Manny was getting frustrated. And then he was like, oh man, it's all good. What do you mean? I'm just trying to help you. And so I was appreciative of this guy's like chillness to obviously a customer getting annoyed.
Getting elevated.
Yeah. And he was very cool. He's like, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to get you some money saved. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, I appreciate this guy.
Yeah.
He had a good vibe and a good attitude and went above and beyond to try to save us some money. And if that call was being recorded for quality purposes, he probably got a spoken to after saying, hey, save us money, not them.
Yeah, I know, because it's funny because like I know that there are customer service people too who have to deal with unruly customers and who also need to lose the tude and chill.
Yes.
More times than not, I would say probably 99% of the time, the person that you're calling to complain to had nothing to do with whatever you're complaining about. And they're the ones that are just like trying to like, okay, I'm doing my best.
Uh-huh.
And having worked in customer service jobs in the past too, and when I ever have to call customer service, I always try to start out by like, how's your day?
Mm-hmm.
Half the time, nobody ever asks them that.
Uh-huh.
And because I'm immediately going in, I'm calm, you're calm. We're going to stay calm through. I was like, I'm probably going to get worked up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I'm working on it. We're going to try to be calm together. But that is really frustrating when customer service is just like, I don't know. I've fully had people been like, oh, I'm not sure. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not sure? How do you not know why my account is doing this or
Can
whatever?
you transfer me to the person who is sure?
Yeah.
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, is this your first day?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good I don't know is annoying too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I know why I don't know. Because I don't work for this company.
Correct.
I'm not quite sure why you don't know.
I have fully been like, well, is there someone who does know?
Uh-huh.
Can we find them? Let's find them.
Yeah.
Let's go find them.
Let's do that together.
Yeah.
You bring up a good point. There's sometimes I'll hear Manny on customer service calls, and if something's not done, whatever, he's like, well, you guys, blah, 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 blah. Well, you, blah, 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 blah. And I get triggered. Because I'm like, it's not them per se. Just say like the company or something. But that's my own personal trigger because I don't like being accused of things. And it's just like a simple phrasing thing. And I'm like, don't say you. That guy didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe that guy doesn't care because he doesn't have the same trigger as me. Mm-hmm. But that is a trigger for me. If somebody's like, well, wasn't me.
I know, because I feel like if I was that customer service person, I would be like, you mean the company? Like, I feel like I tend to snap back. And because there are sometimes too, I remember my car insurance just randomly increased. And so I obviously called and I said, hey, what's going on? What's the vibe? And the girl was like, oh, they just did this, this, and this. And I was like, why? And I'm like, why would they do that, girl? Why? Because I know it's not her. Yeah. So I'm like, what's going on over there? What's the inside scoop, girly pop?
Why did they?
Yeah, I was like, why did they do that?
Well, that's a good customer service technique to get your customer service on your team. Call them they. So it's like, it's me and you against them.
The man. The corporation. Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Yeah. I always try to like talk like, listen here, Stacy. Mm-hmm. It's you and me against
Stace.
It's you and me against this corporate greed, am I right?
Thanks, Stace, for all your help today.
Turns out car insurance, they can just decide to make it more. They just go, dumb. This is how much it costs now.
I always get alerts that pause, going back to Autumn in the car thing, that was something that dinged in my brain. What kind of alert did she get on her phone that her car alarm was going off? Or she said, I got an alert on my phone that my alarm went off. And I remember thinking like, it used to be you just got to listen for that. Meh, meh, meh.
Okay, yes. She wrote that I got an alert on my phone that my security alarm went off.
Yeah. What does that mean?
From her car?
Did she got a security alarm on her parking spot? Like,
how'd she do that?
I need more details.
How'd you do that, girl?
Details.
Yeah.
Okay. Now going back. Mm-hmm. We were talking about customer service.
Yes.
All right. I'm done with customer service. I don't know what made me think about the alarm, the security thing. Anyway.
I don't know.
All right. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move into some positivity because I'm all worked up now.
Alrighty. I also have questions too. But okay, I have a lot of different categories of gratitude. Is there a category that you are looking for?
What do we have?
We've got
for 500.
We've got friends. We have food. We have music. I wrote one, invention. Life, spouse, health, accomplishments.
Let's do invention. That sounds
thing.
Invention for 500, please.
This made me laugh. Okay, I believe you pronounce their name Sanaz. I'm thankful for the invention of the wheel. I rolled my suitcase to the car, drove to the airport, took off on a plane, and none of it would have been possible without that powerful little circle. I thought that was so funny.
The wheel.
And I'm like, yeah, that's good. I was
I
like,
have to pause for turk off, but
what did I?
you said turk off on a
Took off.
plane.
Oh, took off on a plane.
Yeah, I knew it was took off, but you said turk off, and I was like, that's a funny word.
Oh, whoops.
That is hilarious. Yeah, the wheel. Here's another good wheel, a cheese wheel.
Oh.
That I would like to add to her gratitude for wheels.
Yeah.
The cheese wheel where they make the pasta.
The pasta in it. The Parmesan cheese wheel.
I hear those are expensive.
I know. I had a friend who was just in Italy, and he brought back some cheeses, and I said, "Where's the wheel? Did you get a wheel?" And he was like, "I went to a wheel, like with a place where they make all the cheese wheels." And I was like, "And you didn't get one?" And he said, "Am I a millionaire?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Copy that. Got it."
Yeah.
Got it.
They're expensive, but I do want one.
Remember Courtney LaCourte, cheese gal?
Oh, yeah.
Did she say she has a cheese wheel?
She should. If you're gonna be cheese
gal,
I'm gonna need you to have a cheese wheel. Yeah.
Cheese gal and her cheese wheel.
Does she?
I feel like she mentioned something about it.
She might. Should we
Courtney,
invite
comment and
ourselves
let me know.
over? Let's invite ourselves over. How do you store a cheese wheel? Because I want one now.
Because I normally store my Parmesan in the refrigerator. Is that where you store Parmesan?
I do that.
So if you have to refrigerate, my refrigerator is not that large.
Do you do where you shred it yourself, Parmesan, or you do?
I do. Well, I have both.
Yeah.
I'm ready for any sort of Parmesan moment.
I do where you shred it yourself, and I also do where it's already shredded for you, but not the powder, like the craft Parmesan that's at all the pizza places in the little glass jar.
Yeah, that I make myself.
Powdered Parmesan?
Yeah, on the cheese, like a classic cheese grater, the edge that's kind of like the circles that are spiky that stick out. That's how you do that.
Oh, like a zester.
Almost, yeah.
Oh, it's different?
Than a zester, yes.
Oh.
Zester is more like there's like little tiny pieces of it.
All right.
Yeah. And the Parmesan is great too because if you're lactose intolerant, it is a hard cheese and it doesn't upset your stomach.
Yeah, that is true. But yes, that wheel, that is a very good invention. Yeah. Imagine when people were traveling with suitcases with no wheels and you had to carry that thing.
Yes. And that was
not that long ago.
When she said the suitcase, I go, yes. Because I even get frustrated if I don't have a suitcase that's got four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Which is the two?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I still have one suitcase that has two wheels.
I know the suitcase.
I know, but I love the space that it has. Like it can carry a lot of stuff. That's why I keep it. But yeah, imagine when we were just carrying that thing through.
Yeah.
The airports. I mean, we weren't, but like our dads were.
Me? Never. Could never.
Shout out to the wheel.
We love the wheel.
For you.
I think it's a classic one.
That's great.
Alrighty. More?
Yeah.
What's the category? Give me a category.
Oh. Well, I picked the last one. Now you pick one.
Okay. Let us do... Oh, there was one I read earlier that I thought was really sweet. Okay, this comes from Jessica. I am grateful that I am able to drop everything and go help my family when they need it. My sister just had a health scare that took her to the ER. I was called at noon and flew out at 4 to be with her.
Good
she
sister.
has MS and had a flare-up where they discovered a new active lesion on her brainstem.
Oh, no.
She has 4 young kids, and because it's summer, there are so many activities.
Right.
I'm staying with them to help take care of her appointments or take her to her appointments and the kids to their activities. I live in a different state, so it's usually just phone calls and FaceTimes. I'm so grateful I can be here and make this a little easier to navigate for all of them.
Yes.
No matter how strong we are, when shit hits the fan, it takes a village. I'm blessed to be a part of hers and to be of service. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Totally. That's incredible that you can do that and that you would do that. And you did do that.
Yeah.
I love that. My family would also do the same. But to be in that position where you can either work remotely or take time off from work to do that, That's a really, really great gratitude to be there for your sister. Prayers for your sister, for her healing and for the family and all of that. That's a lot. And when it's mom going through it, because moms, let me tell you, everybody serves their purpose. Dads out there, shout out to dads. Y'all doing your thing, killing it. But moms are the magic makers. Moms are the schedule keepers, the everything. That I was just reading this this post the other day that was talking about how sometimes maybe dads don't realize all the things that moms think about throughout the day and maybe stress about. And this one woman was like, my husband and my daughter went on a trip, and they were there 3 days before I got there to join them. And when I got there to join them, my husband was like, she was like, how'd it go? And he was like, it was great. Like, it was easy. I don't know why you always get so stressed about this. And she was like, he didn't realize the reason why it was easy for him is because I packed both of their suitcases with everything that they needed. I planned what food they were going to eat, when they were going to eat it, and where. I planned activities for them to do for those 3 days while I was not there. So when I arrived, of course, it was peaceful and they had a great time because I did all of the prep work. I did all of the stressing, so you didn't have to. But when it's like not recognized, she's like, hello? What do you mean? Like, I don't know why you get so stressed. This was easy. I made it easy for you. I did that for you. You are welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. But anyway, so I say all of that to say it's tough when mom is the one dealing with a debilitating circumstance, health issue, because mom is usually that glue.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say always 100%. It's always mom who is that glue. I'm just going to say in my own personal life and a lot of my friends' lives, a lot of my family members' lives, and a lot of lives that I read of people on social media, it tends to be mom is the glue. So when mom is dealing with something, that's a tough blow for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway. What was her name?
Jessica.
Jessica, thank you so much for writing in, and blessings to your sister.
Yeah. This next gratitude comes from Emily. I am grateful for my 3 best friends, all from different walks of life, who I have grouped together and named the panel.
Oh.
They are all wiser than I am because they're all in happy long-term relationships. Whenever I need dating advice, I have to consult the panel on my decisions.
I love that.
They are always on call and are willing to take my frantic phone calls or send me ice cream. I couldn't navigate the horrors of Hinge without them.
Oh, I love that. I love that she's seeking wisdom from people who are in a position that she would like to be in.
Yeah.
I think when you start taking advice from people who are sitting in the same seat you're sitting in, well, then you guys are just each other's yes man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're just going back and forth. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We know what's best. We know what's what. Or let's talk to our friends who are currently in the position that we would like to be in.
Yeah.
And what do you think about this? How should I handle this situation? Do you think he really means this? Do you think he blah, 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 blah? Whatever. Yeah. I love that she's seeking outside counsel.
Yes.
Yes. I love that.
And I totally agree, because I feel like whenever I have an issue or something, I try to find someone who I know has done something similar.
Of course.
Or has been through something, and, call them up and be like, all right, it's my turn at bat. Here's what's going on.
Right.
What did you do? What did you see? What did you say?
Mm-hmm.
All those things.
I do that with parenting all the time.
Oh, sure.
Dealing with stuff. I reach out to my friends, not just my friends who have kids, but kids a little bit older than Rosie, because I know you just went through this. Like where my other friends' kids, they're like 13, 14.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't remember what potty training was like. That was a long time ago.
And
But my
also,
friend who just did potty training a couple months ago, yes.
Yeah. And also, too, it's, you know, someone who has an 18-year-old versus a 2-year-old, there's different elements. There's different inventions. There's different things, like different
100.
technologies that absolutely change the way different people are being brought up.
So I feel like in this dating situation, I love to give advice on human behavior and character, but when it comes to like actual dating, I'm so out of the game. I wasn't around dating when the apps started happening, so I don't know that I would be the best person on like, how should I reply? Well, this is how I would reply, but then now there's like certain etiquettes that are like, you're giving too much information. That's a turn off on these apps. And I'd be like, oh, well, I don't know. I only know how to be real and honest.
I think like for you, I would turn to you like once I'm already married, like because you've already, I mean, truly, because it's like, oh, you've already dealt with things that probably, you know, you deal with when you're 2 or 3 years in or something. Because that's the thing too, is like I'll have friends who have been married since like high school try to give me advice. And I'm like,
get out.
I'm like, you have been married since you got boobs. Please like, step aside. Like I was like, you've never been in the dating pool, you've never been in your 30s trying to navigate.
You've never been ghosted.
You haven't had to deal with grown men who still act like children. Like I don't have, we have a mutual friend who tries to do that to me all the time. And I'm like, I love you, but no.
Yeah.
Unless you meet somebody who is my age, send them my way. Otherwise, no, I'm not going to take your dating advice. You never dated, really, at all. You had one guy ask you to homecoming when you were 16 and you've been together ever since.
Yeah.
So must be nice. But so I try to find people who found their person a little bit later in life. That's 100%. Who I try to seek counsel from.
That's great. Give me another one.
I love that they call it the panel. I like that.
I do like that.
I love a good group chat name.
That is a good group chat name.
Do you have any funny group chat names?
No. Well, so my family group chat, we just started being able to name it when my sister finally switched to iPhone.
That's right.
Because she was Android for years. She just got an iPhone this last year. So we just named it. And right now it's just Mom and Her Kids is what it's called.
Oh, okay. We should work on that.
Mom and Her Kids is the name of our family group chat. What's your family group chat name?
Fam Bam.
Oh.
But I have a lot of other group chats.
Okay, well, give me some of your names.
Well, I have one group chat that's called The Coven.
Oh,
it's all girls.
I like that.
And then some of those girls moved away, so then we made one specifically called LA Coven, just for local events.
Okay.
And then my church community group for a really long time was called supposedly Group 12 because we were all assigned a number and everyone was like, did you get Group 12? I think I got, is that our group? Is that what we're called? So then the chat just became, she was like, someone had texted supposedly Group 12 ? And that became our group name, which I really enjoy. And then the group chat between me, Mal, and Alex is just called the boys.
Hilarious. I have a question for you. Your group chat that you have with your friends here in LA, when you're gone, do they still blow it up or do they have a side group?
Oh, I don't know. I think when we were on the road for the bus, sometimes if it's blown up too much, I'll mute it if we're trying to do a show, if they're talking. Because it's not just like for activities. I mean, we just talk about life. These are like the closest girls in my life.
Okay.
So but sometimes when they start making plans, I think what happens is once they realize, oh, Danielle and Kelsey, they can't come, then they'll probably continue the conversation on a different chat. But, you know, we're always throwing in TikToks or today or we send pictures of like funny things that it was a conversation. We talk about life and everything.
Before Rosie, I would be like a part of a chat, but then there would be sub chats without me, like for that kind of situation. If I leave or whatever, or if I'm not going to said activity, then they got a sub chat. I would still be a little bit sad that I wasn't in the chat, and I'd be like, "Aw," but I still want to like know what you're doing.
Yeah,
because then what would happen is you just get comfortable in that one chat, and then you start sending things that aren't about said activity. They're just about like life stuff. And now you got an inside joke without me because I wasn't in sub chat. You know what I mean? So sometimes I'll be liking that. But then since Rosie, now I'm like, I don't want to be a part of the chat. I'm busy.
Yeah. We do have a chat that is specific for activities because that includes like everyone's significant others, or like sometimes here, let's be honest, the girls chat is where decisions get made. And then we go, okay, this is what we're doing. Tell the boys. Yeah. that is quite literally, or sometimes we'll go, boys or no boys? Like, are we doing that or not? So we do have another chat literally called just party chat. And that is only for like, nobody wants activities. That chat to be blown up. This is, hey, we're all going to the Whaler. Meet there at 8:00. Yeah. Send. You know, I like that. That's what that's for.
I like that.
And that's got everybody who we like.
Yeah. I like that one. Yeah, my family chat, FRAM, that's like our close circle of people. But once we leave to Nashville, that doesn't get used. Yeah. So that's one of those where it's just, hey, what time are we going here? Blah, 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 blah. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have good group chat names?
Oh, yeah.
Now I want a good group chat name.
Oh, wait. People should send suggestions for your mom and her kids.
That
needs a better...
Well, because even the only group chats that I really participate in are all work focused.
Oh, we do have a lot. And those are all just...
And it's just regular degular.
Anjelah / it's got your name. Right. Your name is in all of them.
Point Team Anjelah.
Yeah.
That's
Social Team Anjelah.
No, that one I actually named Social Media Stuffs. And then my name at the end.
You did.
That was my
Then
most
we just
creative.
have the fam bus chat.
Oh, yeah.
And that's got everybody.
The bus tour.
I got to make a new one with just you, me, Alex, and Mal for some of our upcoming weekends when it's just us.
Oh, I do have, that's good. I do have one 2620 Forever. And that is when I first moved to LA, we used to live, 2620 was the address.
Yes.
And so all the girls that lived at that house,
that's cute.
Which everybody lives in different places now. But that's where we sent pictures of our kids or somebody's on a trip in Turkey or whatever. And so that one's called 2620 Forever. Yes. That's the address of our
pretty
old
sure
house.
My sister has one from her college address.
That's cute.
I was like, I think I've seen that before.
Yeah. All right. Give me another one.
Okay. I was trying to find one that I saw earlier that I thought was a hoot. And okay. I love this one. And to me, it feels perfect for summer.
Okay.
And also our love of Costco.
Okay.
This is from Allie. Hey, Anjelah. Longtime fan. First time caller.
Love
Technically emailer. Wanted to show gratitude this week for hot dogs.
Oh, let's talk about Costco hot dogs.
Though they get a bad rap for their mysterious contents, don't think about it. I am so thankful for how portable, yummy, and omnipresent they are. Not to mention cheap. Hungry at an amusement park? Have a hot dog.
Done.
Ball game? Have a hot dog.
Done.
Birthday barbecue? Dog.
Yep.
I'd be so lost without them.
I love that. I fully agree.
I feel like a hot dog is the meal of the summer.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Let's talk about the different things that you can do with a hot dog. Have you ever had a Mexican hot dog?
What's a Mexican hot dog?
You get a hot dog. You wrap a corn tortilla around it, and then you fry it.
Oh,
and you have crunchy with the soft.
it's like a Mexican corn dog.
Salon. And it's salon.
Yum.
Love. Oh my God, I haven't made those in so long. I
Ooh.
need to make one.
Ooh.
That's a for
That's
sure cheat. You're going to mess up your digestion for sure.
Sure,
Like you're going to have a
Oh.
rough next day.
Yeah, I don't fully ever expect to feel good after a day of hot dogs.
And now bring it back to Costco hot dogs.
It's
What in the world is in a Costco hot dog that makes you burp for 3 days? We
just
secretly
had one.
had a hot dog at Costco the other day.
we did.
We planned it out. Danielle went to get the hot dogs while I started the shopping so that we could eat while we were shopping. It was a whole
That is the ideal
strategy.
situation.
It was a whole strategy thing.
Mhm.
And then I meant to text you 2 days later. I burped Costco hot dog, and I was gonna text you and be like, "Girl, it got me." Here I am 2 days later, and I forgot to send you the text.
Yeah.
But
It didn't get me. I don't burp
really,
with those.
with Costco hot dogs,
I don't know.
you got a stomach of steel. Do you guys burp with Costco hot
Yeah.
dogs?
Let us know.
I know. Maybe it's just my family because
Oh, your whole family
my
does
whole
it?
family has talked about how
I feel like
Costco hot dogs make
hot
you burp.
take. You're pretty burpy in
I
general.
am burpy.
You're a burpy gal.
I was just on John Chris' podcast where I was talking about
Oh, you did. Yes.
how I burp on stage, and I was like,
You know.
and he was like,
No.
no, and I'm like, and then I asked, there's 3 dudes there, or no, 2 other dudes there,
Yeah.
and I was like, do you guys burp? And they were like, no. I'm like,
Oh.
dudes always burp. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So I think I'm just a burpy person.
I think
I
you
don't
are a burpy
know.
lady. Is it all the seltzer waters?
Probably.
Drinking one right now.
It's probably. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think I've just always been
Mm-hmm.
burpy. Oh my God, I have a burp story.
Oh, okay.
It's embarrassing, but
Excellent.
it's embarrassing, but also who cares? This is when I was an Oakland Raiderette. When you're supposed to be sexy.
So this has been a lifelong struggle of yours.
I just always been burpy. Well, you know how sometimes, or maybe you don't know. If you guys don't know, sometimes you do a silent burp. Okay, so it's not an audible burp. It's just like a silent burp, and then you just kind of blow it out. Have you ever done that? Just a little burp in here, and
Probably.
you just blow it
Yeah,
out.
I think so. Yeah, I think I've done that.
Okay. We're at Raiderette rehearsal, and I'm new to the team. It's my first and only year as a Raiderette. Okay, and we're all huddled around at the end of rehearsal, and we're on the field, and we had just finished dancing, whatever. And I'm like standing with all the girls, and I did one of those silent burps, and I blew it out, and then the girl next to me goes, "Did you just burp?"
Because she could smell it.
Yes. She smelled my burp, and I was like, oh,
Oh.
could you smell it? And she was
Whoops.
like, yes. And I was like, oh, like I didn't know. I hadn't learned that silent burps can smell. That was the moment I learned at sexy Raiderette rehearsal is the moment I learned that silent burps smell.
It's just like silent farts.
Which is why.
Silent but deadly.
Sure. Which is why now anytime, like for instance, because I am burpy, if I'm doing anything close face, like getting my eyebrows threaded
Mhm.
or getting my makeup, when I get my makeup done, and if I have to burp, I'm trying to hold it, and then I go, give me a second. And I blow it away because I learned that at Raiderette rehearsal that burps smell.
Yeah. And hot dog burps smell awful.
Let me tell you, they don't smell the way they went in.
No. No, yeah, I've definitely smelled some gross burps. I honestly never mind if anybody burps, but when it's smelly
Yeah.
like in your face, that's when I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we could have turned over there.
Yeah.
But I just, when I think of summer, I think of beach hot dogs, going to a baseball game, hot dog,
Uh-huh.
Disneyland, corn dog.
Mm.
I love it in any form, really.
I love hot dog on a stick. That used to be my routine.
Okay, I like the actual hot dog on a stick.
Yeah.
Right? I used to think that was
The lemonade.
a made up place.
What?
So we don't have hot dog on a stick in Texas. We didn't have. I mean, they may have it now, but when I grew up, we didn't have that.
So do you not know what I mean when I'm doing this?
No, I don't know what you're doing.
This is where they have the bucket of the lemons and they're
They're
pushing
squishing
it down.
the
They're
bush.
squishing it.
Okay, yeah. So I had only ever seen hot dog on a stick in movies, and so I thought it was a made up
Oh, that's
brand
funny.
only for movies.
Oh, that's funny.
And then when I came out to LA, I worked in a mall and I saw and I was like, no way. I was like, it's real. And everyone was also confused. And I was like, I thought this was fake this whole
We landed on the moon.
I thought this was fake the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No. That was
I've never tried it.
You have to.
Have it.
Okay. These are my 2 hot dog on a stick stories. Hot dog on a stick used to be my routine of when I was young and touring and I was doing the clubs, and it was you leave on a Wednesday to get there for early morning press Thursday morning, and then you have your shows Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then you fly home Monday, and you have Monday and Tuesday home, and you leave again Wednesday. That was my schedule when I was, young in my 20s touring. Well, Monday and Tuesdays were my only days here. So part of my decompression from road life is I would go to the mall by myself. I'd go to Glendale Galleria by myself.
Love Glendale Galleria. Big fan.
And I would go to Hot Dog on a Stick, and I would get me a corn dog with hella mustard and some ketchup. And I would get a side of fries. I would get me a lemonade, and I would eat my corn dog. And then I would go to Godiva, and I would get me a little piece of chocolate at Godiva. And I would just walk around the mall a little bit. And that was part of my decompression. Every week I would go to the mall and get me a hot dog on a stick. And I loved it. Like, it brings back memories right now as I'm thinking about it. Like, that was I don't know why it was so comforting to me, but that was my routine. And that's what I would do. My second hot dog on a stick story is I found out my friend was pregnant, because you're not supposed to eat hot dogs when you're pregnant.
Why?
You're not supposed to eat
deli
meat, processed meat.
Wait, why is that?
Something about the bacteria that could be in it could harm your fetus. I forget what it is, to be honest, but it's you're not supposed to eat that processed deli meat.
You can have like a sandwich.
Sandwiches, hot dogs.
I love a sandwich.
And that's how I found out my friend was pregnant, because we were going to the Glendale Galleria and I wanted to get hot dog on a stick, and she was like, nah, I'm not getting a hot dog right now. And I was like,
you're like, what's wrong with you?
Why would you not want a hot dog on a stick? I'm not, not with hot dogs right now. I'm like, I don't understand. Why'd you not? And I kept like
you kind of
probing.
bullied her into
I did. I bullied her into telling me. And she was like, because I'm pregnant. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh. So
she's like, fine, are you happy now?
Yeah. That's how I found out she was pregnant, because I was very upset that she wouldn't get a hot dog on a stick.
And honestly, I feel I would do the same.
Yeah.
I would be like, you don't want to.
But why?
Last night I went to dinner with my friends, and the lady comes by and she was like, dessert, and they both went no, and I went yes, and I immediately was like, you guys don't want to get a little sweet treat with me? We just had this lovely dinner. We're fellowshipping. You don't want a sweet treat to cap the night? I said, so I finally was like, okay, I guess we're okay. We'll just take the check. I was so appalled.
That's good.
We also had people send in some questions.
Love, give
Would
me
you
one.
like to answer some preguntas?
Yeah. Dame una pregunta,
Okay.
por favor.
This first question, a lot of people comment this as well.
Oh.
So, it actually has to do with me.
Oh.
So
ooh.
Lisa wants to know, who is Danielle to you? I see her on your post,
Cute.
but we really don't know.
Aw, that's
So-
cute.
And a lot of people do comment. I do see a lot of comments where like, who's that lady?
Oh, now you get to be the lady.
Yeah.
Good.
Wait.
Because usually I'm the old lady, and you're my daughter.
Okay, I didn't say old.
Yeah, but usually when somebody says lady, they're referring to older. You would say, who's that girl? Who's that girl, Danielle? But if they're saying, who's that lady? Nah, girl. You up here with me now.
Okay, fine. I'll let that go. Anyway, who am I? Do you want to answer?
Yes. All right, let's see if we have the same answer.
We'll do it together. Just kidding.
Yeah.
And
we
and I work for
Anjelah, Helena.
Angelica.
Danielle is all things. Danielle is road manager, assistant, podcast producer, right hand, sometimes left hand as well. when I have no capacity to do anything. Danielle has been working with me for, what are we going on?
We're coming up on 4 years.
We're coming up on 4 years.
Isn't that crazy?
That
I've never had the same job for 4 years ever in my life.
I'm so proud of you.
Wow, she's consistent.
She has stability. Yeah, that 4 years flew by,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Totally.
Yep. So Danielle is all things me in life. So you will see her on my podcast. You will see her on my social media. You'll see her on the road. You will see her at events. You will see her at family parties.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle is all things me.
Except for I am not your daughter.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
am not your sister. Because that happens too sometimes.
Oh, yeah, sister I'm okay with.
Yeah.
But a lot of times people think she's my daughter. Are you kidding me? That's dumb. That's not even... Get your eyes checked.
You are only 8 years. That's our age difference.
Yeah, I didn't even start my period yet. You can't be my daughter.
How dare you? That is criminal.
Do you have anything else to add to that?
I mean, that was pretty
Pretty right on.
Pretty spot on. Yeah.
Yep.
We just do life together is what it feels like.
That's what it is. My work wife.
Yeah.
There's that term.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I do feel most of my friends all have corporate-y jobs, and I love them so much. I do not know what half of you do. I had a friend explain her job. Transponster. Yeah, I had a friend explain her job the other night, and I still was going, right. So corporate for sure. Mergers, acquisitions,
Executive. Got it.
Senior director. Ooh, okay, senior.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, she's graduating soon. But sometimes I will say to my friends things that I've told you, and they're like, "You told that to your boss?" And I'm like, "Well, who else would I tell that to?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." I was like, not a typical boss employee relationship, but I spend time with you every day.
Oh my God, you posted a TikTok of you at Disney doing work at Disney. I took a work day at Disney, and I was like, you know your boss follows you, right?
I think I commented and said, you didn't see this.
Yeah. That is a good point. This is not a typical boss employee situation, which is why even our interview, which we've talked about this before, but maybe not on this podcast, maybe on this podcast, but a long time ago, I don't remember. Yeah. But the interview process is different. There's a questionnaire involved that is very long and very detailed, and it's not necessarily work-based. It's all personality-based and character-based. And like when I am hiring this position, which I've had, it started Tiffany, then Tiffany Almaderis, Lauren Miller, then Jackie Cisneros, who started as Jackie Altop and then got married, Jackie Cisneros. And then now we have Danielle Roach, who will also become Danielle something else. But anyway, so in these positions, it's such a personal position that you are hiring you're hiring your new best friend. Basically, you're hiring that person who's going to be a part of every single aspect of your life, your good moods, your bad moods, the nitty gritty, all the things. You're like, who can I be comfortable with? Who can I roll with? Who can get the job done? Obviously, at the end of the day, you got to get the job done. But who do I also like and feel comfortable with when I'm riding in an Uber after traveling, boo, 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 woo, woo, woo. Who's going to be my vibe in this? Who's going to catch my vibe? Who's going to, when I'm exhausted, when I'm tired, when whatever. And that's what you're looking for in this position. And then, of course, it's also learning. We learn each other. We learn each other's personality. Yeah. We learn our likes, our dislikes, our pet peeves. We learn I'm affectionate. Danielle is not. We joke about that a lot. Yeah. But those little things, personality differences, and you're like, okay, this is who you are, this is who I am. How do we meet right here and be like, I get you.
Yeah.
Let's just be quiet in this Uber right now and not talk.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, then there's other Ubers, we're talking the whole time.
Absolutely.
And we're venting. And, you know, we're talking about
game planning. And
yes. All kinds of stuff. We're dreaming. We're like, what if we do this? What if we do that?
Yes.
So it's like you really are looking for your life partner in work.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I interviewed for it, and then I was real unsure. I was like, this is insane. I was like, this is so insane. Like, I've worked in entertainment for a long time and very much was like, this is an entertainment job. And then got to the details, nitty gritty of it. And I was like, oh, this is so insane. And I remember I had a whole phone call with Jackie before you offered me the job. Jackie was like, let me know if you have any questions. And I was like, actually, I have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Can you chat? And she chatted with me for a whole hour, which was she didn't have to do that.
Right.
It was so nice and lovely. And I remember just being like, is this worth it? Like, this is a lot. I was like, this is a lot, Jackie. I was like, you realize everything you've told me that you do and that you want me to also then do? I was like, that's insane. And she was like, no, I know. Like, she was like, but it's so fun. And I was like, is it? Are you sure about? Blink if you need help, you know?
Yeah.
But there was such a calmness about her, which is so funny because Jackie's so high energy.
Uh-huh.
But she just was like, no, girl, like, you're going to love it. But you also hadn't offered me the job at any point. But she was talking to me as if it was. And I was still so unsure. And then I honestly didn't know if I wanted it until you offered it. And my instinct was just to go, okay, yes, sure. Oh, let's do it.
Let's give it a go.
Let's give it a go. Let's give it a run.
Give it a good heave ho.
Yeah.
And here we are 4 years later.
Look at that.
Look at us. We made it. Look how far we've come, my baby.
If you miss me.
That's a good one.
That was good. Speaking of made it, I have a follow-up question.
Okay.
This is also from Lisa. She had multiple.
Oh, I like this.
She said, what did you buy when you realized that you made it? She goes, I bought an MBS class, paid for it in full. It took me 40 years. So it took her 40 years to get.
Let's go, queen.
Yeah.
Lisa, you said?
Lisa. Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Lisa. What did I buy when I made it? Oh, a house. I bought a condo. My first place. I was living in an apartment. This is around 2008. So I had already, the nail salon video had popped off, changed my life. I end up getting MADtv, changes my life again. I end up booking some movies, couple pilots that ended up not going anywhere. But my life was on this kind of like, oh, this is happening. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Here I am. And I had business managers. The reason why I even got business managers is because I kept forgetting to pay all my bills because I was on the road. I was touring. And then my phone would go off. And then car insurance. I didn't have insurance anymore. Everything would lapse. So I needed help with my finances. So I ended up getting a business manager who helped me with my taxes, my finances, my money managing, now that I was making money, what's the best way to be smart with this money and invest, and where should we put it in the market? Should this and that, whatever. So I had these business managers that, started advising me. And then when I got to this certain point, my lease was up and I needed to look somewhere else. And they were like, well, you can afford to buy a condo if you want to buy a condo, buy a property.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can. And they're like, yeah, you can do that. So then I started looking for condos and buying my condos. That was I think my first real big purchase is I bought myself a home to live in, and I lived there how many years was there? 2009. I think 5 years. I was there for 5 years.
That's a good chunk of time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was in North Hollywood.
I love North Hollywood.
Yeah, it was a good first home for me. I was really proud of it, and it was. I definitely have some special memories there for sure.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Yes, and yeah, business managers, not you forgetting to pay your bills. I guess not everybody had auto pay back then.
No, yeah.
I mean, I finally stopped doing my taxes a few years ago. Like, I got a tax person.
Oh.
Because when I was doing before you, I remember there was 1 year freelance. It was a really good year. But I had like 13 W-2s, 12 1099s. I was like, I don't know what. I was like, I'm going to miss something.
Yep.
I called my dad and I was like, I need a person.
Yep.
I need a tax guy. And I've been with that tax guy, Scott. Shout out, Scott.
Scott.
He's been doing my taxes ever since. And I remember the first year I worked for you, I sent him the one W-2 and he goes, where's the rest? And I was like, Scott, your girl's moving on up. She's got stability. He was so confused. He was like, I don't understand. And I was like, me either. Me either, Scott.
Won't he do it, Scott?
Look at that. Look at the Lord. Okay, so this is a grateful turned question. This is from Abby. She wrote, howdy.
Howdy, Abby.
Love it. My grateful is that I finally got my wedding video 15 weeks after my wedding.
Whoa.
The contract said around 8 weeks, and in some situations up to 12, so it definitely arrived late. It looks really good. However, it feels a bit weird to post anything now since it's been so long.
Right.
Thoughts?
No, 100% post it.
That's what I was thinking. Post
all
it.
of your life. Post it. No, that is...
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, why did it take so long? 8 weeks?
I know.
What are you doing, company? Like,
I
maybe you had a bunch of other weddings. Okay. Hire editors. Get them their product. 8 weeks. That's far too long.
I don't really know what the time frame for that kind of stuff is.
I mean, maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Enough time to go on your honeymoon, come back, and then show everybody, hey, we got married.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. But anyways, it is not too late to post it. It's never too late. I mean, how many weeks? 15 weeks. How many months is that?
3 months. Oh,
yeah,
maybe 4.
Okay, so you're in your second trimester of marriage.
We made it.
100%.
Yeah.
Post pictures, post videos, post little reels of it. Post all the things. Post it to this song. Post it to that song. You know what I mean?
Change up the songs.
Whatever.
Do little snippets. Do little teasers.
Yeah, it's Friday. What do they used to call it? Women Crush Wednesday or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Man Crush Monday is my husband. And then...
Wow, I forgot about those.
Remember those things?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bring them back.
Start a new trend of being old trends.
Yeah. I say post it forever, as much as you want, whenever you want. Post it for sure on your anniversary. Post it on Valentine's Day, whatever. Find an excuse to post it. You don't need an excuse. One, you can just post it, but also you can find any excuse. Holiday, Valentine's Day, his birthday, your birthday,
my birthday,
what Danielle's birthday, all of it. I say post it.
Absolutely. I also say post it. Yeah. Listen, I want to see it.
Tag us. Tag us, because we would like to see what
you said it was really good.
15 weeks.
We'll see if it was worth 15 weeks. We'll comment. Be like, I don't know about this. I'm just kidding.
No, but for real, tag us. I want to see it now.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah. Do you want one? How many more questions do you want?
Well, let's do one more, because I think we're approaching a good time, and then we'll save the rest for another episode. I love where the listeners are the guests. This is fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, because I've really enjoyed hearing from you guys. This is fun.
Absolutely. And if you didn't, shh.
Yeah.
Don't tell us.
Email us.
Email
us. Let's just do that right now before we get into the last one. Let's tell everybody. Tell everybody the email and the phone number and all that.
Yeah. So we didn't play any voicemails this week, but if you are a longtime listener, you know we usually have voicemails and we could always use some more. So you can call 747-300-5380 and give us your name and tell us what you're grateful for or what you're mad about this week, or if you have a question, or if you don't want to call. I know a lot of the youth are scared of the phone these days. You can send us an email at funjelahpodcast@gmail.com. And there's even a submission form on Anjelah's website as well at anjelah.com.
Love that. Yes. So ask us more questions. This is fun.
Yes.
Give us one more.
This is a good question, and I know you have an answer. This is from Erica. She said, "Hello, Anjelah. Por favor.
Hello.
Send me the ointment or cream you used for Rosie's eczema.
Yeah.
My granddaughter, that is the same age as Rosie, has it, and my daughter is at her wit's end. Nothing is clearing it up or helping. Thank you. Love your familia and your little chiquita bonita."
Cutie. I get this question a lot. When I first posted, I have a daughter, yay, and she had some eczema. I started using this cream. Within the next day, I saw a difference, but really within like 3 days, it was pretty much gone. It's called Roe Wellness, and she's 2 years old now. I still get this question all the time. ROE Wellness, and I used their the duo, their Power Duo, which is like a serum and a cream that you use together, and it's like a probiotic or something like that for the skin. I'm gonna mess it up right now, but it's kind of like a probiotic serum for the skin, and it worked miracles for Rosie's skin. And we still use it from time to time. If she has any kind of skin irritation, I'll go back to her Roe Wellness. But if you use, I believe it's Anjelah 15, we'll find out my code.
Okay.
Oh, I have it. Let me just get it right now because it's on. If you go to my Instagram, if you're following me on Instagram and you go to my highlights, there is one called Links. And in there, I have Roe Wellness, and I have a code for you to get a little discount. Turns out, no, I don't. It's not there. What?
I don't know where it would
I think
be.
it's called Baby Links. That was just Links.
Oh.
This one's called Baby Links, JK.
Be specific.
Okay. Be specific. Be specific. Okay, so it's Roe Wellness, 15% off with the code Anjelah. Oh, so it's just my name. All you need is my name, Anjelah, and Roe Wellness.
ANJELAH.
That's right, and you get 15% off. That's what it is.
You know she likes to spell it weird.
You know me, creative. So yeah, that's what we used for her skin. This was fun. I enjoyed this. This is really good.
I know.
We don't even need to get into any of our Maditudes and Gratitudes this week. That was fun.
I know.
Let's
and
do
I
it again.
agreed with a lot of them. Actually, I think I agreed with all of them. So
yeah, same.
yeah,
There wasn't one that I was like,
yeah. There's all the Maditudes were justified in my book.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna need Autumn to send us a follow up if
the towing.
If her landlord, the
I want you to get your money
apartment
back.
company
Get your money back.
makes amends somehow.
They should.
I need a follow up on that.
They should throw in a free car wash, I think.
That's going above and beyond. If they're a really good apartment complex, yeah, sure.
Maybe.
You know what? Our apologies. This is our bad.
Yeah.
But I need a follow up for sure. I need to know. And if not, give me their phone number. I'll call them.
Well, yeah.
And by I'll call them, Danielle will call them for me. So
It's part of my job.
thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.